Hey there, welcome back to Unveiling Buddhism. Today we are diving into something that sounds mystical, but it's actually deeply practical. It's called right Samadhi. But don't worry, we won't throw big Buddhist words at you just yet. Let me ask you something instead. Have you ever been really pumped to start a project, like launching that side hustle you've been dreaming about? Starting your new Get Fit plan on Monday, or finally tackling that chaotic kitchen drawer? You cleared your calendar, you even made a checklist, but then the moment comes and your brain decides to do everything else. Meet Jamie. Jamie's ready to write a novel because people say AI makes it a breeze. Laptop? Check. Coffee? Check. Playlist? Lo-fi study beats? Check. Word count? 0. Jamie thinking, okay, let's do it. Chapter 1. Message from Alex.
Wanna see this cat video?
Jamie responded, just one video won't hurt. 3 hours later, Jamie is watching a documentary about ancient bread making, wondering how people got yeast in 6000 BCE. Mission, write novel. Status, postpone. Sound familiar? This isn't just procrastination. It's what happens when the mind can't stay with the task. We lose time, we lose energy, and eventually we lose confidence in ourselves. That's why focus is a big deal, and not just for monks in caves. In real life too, whether you're working, studying, parenting, or just trying to stay present with someone you love. And here's an interesting note. Some studies suggest that meditation, especially practices that train the mind to gently return to focus, can benefit people with ADHD too. It's not a cure, of course, but learning to pause, notice distraction, and return to the present moment can build mental resilience and support executive function. So with that in mind, let's dive into right Samadhi, part 1. So what exactly is Samadhi? In simple terms, Samadhi is a state of super-focused mind, totally undistracted, steady, and clear. When the mind isn't scattered in 10 places, but gathered into one powerful beam of attention. Imagine your mind as a flashlight. Normally, it flickers everywhere: work, phone, food, worry, past regrets, future plans. But in Samadhi, it becomes a laser, calm, bright, and unwavering, slicing through the delusions that cloud the mind. And here's the good news. This isn't some magical state reserved for monks in the Himalayas. It's a skill. And like any skill, whether it's playing piano or learning to cook, it gets stronger with consistent practice. That's why Buddhists meditate so often, to train their minds to build this power of sustained attention. Just like going to the gym strengthens your muscles, meditation strengthens your mental muscles, especially your ability to stay focused. The type of meditation that develops this kind of stability is called shamatha meditation. Shamatha means calm or tranquility, and that's exactly what it builds. An undistracted mind is calm. If thoughts and distractions are like a fast-moving river, then shamatha meditation is like an anchor, keeping your awareness steady instead of getting swept away by the current. Now, you might be thinking, that sounds hard, my mind's all over the place. But here's the thing. Focus is a natural ability. You already can do it. You've done it many times while gaming, drawing, working, or binge watching a show. The difference with Samadhi is that you learn to focus on purpose and without getting hooked by every passing thought. And let's be real, you won't become a Zen master in one sitting. But hey, no one becomes a bodybuilder after doing just one push-up, right? It's not about forcing the mind. It's about training it gently, repeatedly, until focus becomes easy. Then we try to achieve super focused. So why should anyone bother training the mind to focus? What's the point of this training when your to-do list grows longer by the minute? Well, here's the surprising part. A focused mind might be one of the most practical superpowers you can build. Let's start simple. A focused mind is a strong mind. It's more stable, more alert, and more resilient. And just like a healthy body supports everything you do physically, a healthy, focused mind supports everything else. How you work, how you speak, how you react, how you learn, even how you adapt to change. Ever felt like your brain has too many tabs open? Meditation is like hitting the declutter button. Instead of 17 apps draining your energy in the background, you are calmly running just one. No overheating, no lag, just clarity. And this clarity isn't just some Zen buzzword. It means you're less likely to make careless mistakes, like clicking send on a spicy email you meant to save as a draft, or forgetting to shut off a machine before touching it. Yikes! Focus also improves relationships. When you are fully present, people feel it. They don't have to compete with your phone, your thoughts, or your worries. They feel heard, seen, respected. And maybe most importantly, in a noisy, overstimulating world, a focused mind helps you stay centered. Instead of reacting to every headline, notification, or drama, you remain steady, grounded, less easily overwhelmed. These benefits we just shared are real and worthwhile, but they are still in the category of everyday happiness, comfort, peace, functionality. In Buddhism, the ultimate goal of Samadhi is deeper than that. It's not just to help you stay productive or chill, it's to help you see clearly and eventually break free from suffering to achieve nirvana, the state of ultimate happiness. That is why it is an integral part of the Noble Eightfold Path. But for now, even just touching the superficial level of focus can make daily life feel a lot lighter, clearer, and saner. So are you ready to sign up for Right Samadhi? Okay, so we've talked about what Samadhi is and why focus matters. Now let's talk about how to start training your mind. At its core, Samadhi is about learning not to get swept away by every little thing that grabs your attention. Because in daily life, distractions come at us from all directions. Sounds, images, thoughts, emotions. Each one is like a notification going, "Hey, look at me!" So what do? We practice staying with just one thing. That's it. Sounds simple? It is, but don't confuse simple with easy. Here's a super basic exercise anyone can try right now, even while listening. Sit down comfortably. No need to cross your legs like a pretzel. Just sit. Bring your attention to your breath. Feel the air going in and out. If it helps, you can count your breaths. Inhale, 1. Exhale, 2. Inhale, 3. And so on, up to 10. Then start again from 1. The moment your mind wanders, and it will, just notice it kindly and return to the breath or restart your count. Remember, you're not failing. That is the training. Every time you come back, you are building mental strength, like doing one more rep at the gym. Except it's for your attention span. Some people find it easier to focus on sound instead of breath. If that's you, you can try softly repeating a word, a short phrase, or even a mantra. In Buddhist traditions, this could be a Buddha's name like Amitabha or Buddha. The sound gives the mind something steady to rest on, like training wheels for attention. When you're tired of verbal recitation, you can switch to mental recitation. And for kids, it can be something as simple as sorting bins or stacking coins. A repetitive task that gently nudges their focus to stay on track. Sorting bins is actually a traditional exercise many Asian mothers used in the past. Just mix 2 small bags of different beans into a large bowl and ask the child to separate them into groups. Once the task is complete, a small reward is given. Simple but surprisingly effective. Stacking coins works similarly. Give a bag of mixed coins and ask the child to sort them by denomination, stacking them in groups of 10. At the end, they can tally up the total value, and again a reward can reinforce the effort. These tasks are not just chores. They are playful ways to train attention, build patience, and introduce kids to the power of calm, focused effort. As you can see, there are many different ways to help the mind focus. The key is to choose a method that doesn't overly excite or stimulate the mind. That's why something simple like gazing at a single letter of the alphabet or observing a plain flower often works better than reading a book or strolling through a beautiful garden. Get the picture? What truly matters is that you practice focusing on purpose with gentleness and without giving up when the mind inevitably wanders. Because every time you bring it back, you are strengthening your focus one moment and that's it. This is how Samadhi begins, not with some grand mystical experience, but with a single breath noticed, a single thought released, a single moment fully lived. You're not trying to force the mind to be still. You are simply giving it a quiet place to settle, and in doing so, you begin to unlock the full potential of your mind. In our next episode, we'll explore what super focus really means. Today, we have just touched on the introduction, what it means to have a focused mind, and how that helps us in everyday life. But what does Samadhi actually feel like? Why is it called super focused? What makes Samadhi right? Is there a wrong Samadhi? And if you are a movie fan of Chinese fantasy movies, we'll also talk about Samadhi fire. How did a Buddhist term become a magical fire? Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next episode. May you be well and happy.